Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords. Going to be playing some ranked standard mode here today. What do we got on turn one? Well, we've got some good options here. I like Timbersaw. I think Scrappies are just really strong in the current meta. I really like pretty much everybody except Shadow Demon here. I think I'll just pick up these guys. It doesn't really make any kind of synergistic composition right now. Of course, there's no opportunity to really make any kind of synergy on this first turn. I like Shadow Shaman. Just the power of Druids right now is just very high. With so many early game Druids between Shadow Shaman and Enchantress, it's pretty easy to get one of those two up to 2-star, and then from there it makes your Train Protector, or if you get an IO or a Lone Druid very early, both of those become very strong. So that's part of why I just really like picking up Druids. They have a very high ceiling of power level that they can get. So always happy to pick up one or two of them right here. We are going to win this fight actually somehow. Looks like it. Shadow Shaman should chicken him and then beat him down ever so slowly. I honestly was not feeling too good about this, but looks like we are going to get it. Very, very slow burn there from our 36 DPS Shadow Shaman. Obviously most of the damage coming out from the Beastmaster, despite Shadow Shaman living the longest. Alright, what are our options here? Voidstone is okay if you get like a Tinker. Headdress is good in a really tanky composition. Gloves of Face might just be the best standalone. You know, I haven't played enough with Headdress to really assess its strength. So I think I'm going to pick that up here and see where that takes me. Well, it takes us into some more Scrappies, I guess. Still going to run with this. The Beastmaster here obviously does quite a bit of damage. Beastmaster or Snapfire, actually. Beastmaster does more auto attack, but Snapfire gets the AoE, and she's an Inventor. Yeah, Beastmaster still might be a bit stronger. They've got a 2-star Shadow Shaman, so might lose here, especially because they're all focused on my Timbersaw, who's not the tankiest member of our team, but we do burst them down real quick and are able to kind of walk forward from one of their units. So maybe we can get this. I think we can. Yeah, we got this. We got this. The healing from Headdress is really impactful. Basically, it's 20 healing per second, right? So you basically take one of their DPSs. Their DPS is 72 DPS. That essentially gets cut down by 20, assuming it's attacking Clockwork. And then that's not even counting like the armor and his regen from the Scrappy bonus. Just his baseline attack damage versus the Headdress health regen is like really canceled out very effectively by that Headdress. So pretty strong, and especially if we're gonna have like a very heavy frontlining kind of composition like Scrappies or Knights, Headdress is particularly powerful in those builds. So there's nothing here that really fits with anything we're doing. You can tell by like the fact there's like none of these alliances have popped up. So I think what I'm just going to do is just level to 4 and throw in a Beastmaster, especially because we've already won the first 2 rounds. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to kind of back up at least a little bit. Oh, I meant to move everybody back. The idea was to have everybody kind of like walk in and split their attention between both of my frontliners so that I get more value out of the Headdress. And it kind of worked, although it wasn't exactly my intention the way it all worked out here. But now their damage is going halfway between our Timbersaw, half to our Clockwork, which is making sure that both of them get benefit from the Headdress healing. So they're both going to have really high regen here. Very high amount of healing for both of them. Nice. I think I'll pick up... Razor is good if you're going mages. I think Mr. Warlock is pretty strong. Just kind of scouting around. There's one other Scrappy composition. I think Scrappies are very popular in the meta, very strong right now, and if there's only one other person competing for them, I'm willing to make a run at it. I'm really willing to contest that. Alright, we do get a little bit of a win streak here. There's a Tinker and a Legion Commander. Do I want to make this Legion Commander comp? I kind of do. I mean, I kind of just want to make this a Tinker comp right now, actually. I could have just tried to sell it for interest, but I think the idea that we potentially could just get 4 Scrappies, or 4 Inventors rather, and that's like a very strong composition right now, a very strong bonus. I'm okay with, you know, sacrifice my interest to potentially get a stronger or a higher possibility of a win streak continuing. If I wasn't on a win streak, I would probably have just sold off and accepted a arguably slightly weaker comp at the moment, just to make sure that we grab that interest. But because we are on a win streak, I'm going to play a little more aggressive, try to keep that win streak. And nice easy win there. Pick up the Bat Rider as well. And now we've got a lot of pairs on our bench here. I don't think Legion Commander really fits in if we're going to like full Scrappy Inventors, just because you want to go kind of heavy on those strategies. But if we were going to go like Druid, Shaman, Troll, Warlocks, she would fit in. I just don't think that'll be the case here. Yeah, there's only one other person looking at Scrappies. I think we can do this. Just sit here at 10 gold. I'm not going to sell off everything to get up to 20, and even then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I wouldn't even be that close. I need to sell off the Timber Saw, which obviously I wouldn't do. I am looking for a dragon, looking for that Viper. Be ideal here. Just to grab that that Snapfire bonus. Mortimer Kisses deals so much damage. I was looking at healing, not damage output. Tinker's actually our top DPS dealer. Although once this Clockwork dies, he's going to deal a big chunk. Actually, he's not even going to die. Why would he die? He's got the headdress, he's got the health regen from the Scrappy Alliance, so it's all good. Definitely looking for another Scrappy as well. Just to get 4 Scrappies so that they all get the bonus. But more than likely, I'm just going to like sell off for interest on this coming turn here. Stonehall Pike is pretty good if we have somebody who can hold it properly. Better than Orb of Venom or Arcane Boots in the current build. Somehow Clockwork is the best one. There's a Viper. There's one other person on a win streak, and my build's not that great. I like being aggressive. Why not? Why not? Get the dragon bonus in here. We go up against the other person on the win streak. Perfect. Luckily, we've got the level up, and they got the 2-star on their Enchantress, not on their Treant. So I hope that means you can get the win. No promises. You gotta kill this Treant. Nice. Okay, yeah, we should get this. Beautiful. Exactly how we drew it up here to continue this win streak. Although I was looking around, and there was definitely one player who I would not beat, Alexa here, who's got all 2-stars and then a guaranteed 2-star Treant. I definitely would not beat them, because I have no 2-stars. But I thought, I looked against most other people, and like, if I level up, I think I can beat them with the Viper. And so luckily that did come to pass there. However, really not a lot else is coming out of this. There's still just one other Scrappy player. I think I might just sell for interest here. It's a lot to sell, but these units, we had so many pairs, but like they just don't really fit into what we're doing. And what I think I prefer to do is just get Scrappy Inventor Dragons and like maybe Hunters or Insects, depending on what ends up coming out of that. But definitely like Dragons. Dragon Inventor. Is there another Inventor? Just Gyrocopter? Yeah, so like we eventually could go, if we want to go like that route, we could go with like Sniper into Gyrocopter and then replace Snapfire and go Viper Dragon Knight. Or keep Snapfire, but then just replace Viper. But I really do like Viper quite a bit. Oh, I probably could have bought some of those, but they were kind of, like I said, not exactly what we were looking for, regardless. I still don't have another Scrappy, so it doesn't really make much sense to level up here. No, I think it does. Just to try to keep this win streak going. It does cost me 2 gold of interest, but an extra level up is probably important to try to keep this win streak. And we got a pretty good matchup. We got paired against somebody who's still level 4. There's 2 people who wasn't level 4, Dark White and Greymouth here. So that's really good to try to complete this win streak. This was the most important turn, is the try to complete a win streak turn. The round 8, if you started off on a win streak, because that's where it gives you the big chunk of gold, and that's just the most important turn there could be in this kind of situation. And so luckily we did complete the win streak despite never finding a 2-star unit. So anybody who tells you need 2-star units to complete a win streak, you just need to actually get really lucky in your pairings, in your matchups. There's definitely some people on this board that I cannot beat. Like this 4 Druid opponent, I could never deal with them. And yet somehow we dodged them enough that we got the win. Or we got the win streak completed. So now, let's just sell these, get up to 30 gold, and then just laugh at the fact that we're at level 6 and 30 gold and no one else is. There's very few people at 30 gold, let alone, and no one at level 6. So we're probably going to lose here because there's actual people with, like, 2 stars. Oh, they don't have a 2-star treant. Never mind. We can probably beat this. If they had a 2-star treant, like, I don't feel like I've ever beaten a 2-star treant in my life. Like, if my opponent just has a 2-star treant, it's unbeatable. So, nope, they still have some 2 stars in the backline, and I can't beat that. Especially because Tinker's now far away, and he can't inventory explode on them. Yeah, well, I can't complain. We completed our win streak, so we got it. I am happy as can be here. So, what are we seeing in this lobby? We're seeing a couple people running Warlocks, and Warlocks are a really good counter to Scrappies, just because we don't have very high damage output, and the Warlocks are able to sustain through it. But Hobgin, with support damage deals, I really love support damage Hobgin, just because, especially when you have a defensive alliance like Scrappies, because they're often going to survive long enough for Let's Go Crazy to activate, and then that just like provides the rest of your damage output. There's a sniper. That's a perfect option. Get us our 4 Scrappies. And let's just kind of... I'll still stay here, I guess. I want to sell off, so I'm going to sell off Abaddon, the Terrorblade. Holding on to the Keeper of Light on the off chance we want to go mages. He's a very strong mage to draw me in that direction. I guess I probably should use this free reroll. We didn't find anything. I was really hoping to find another Scrappy. It's odd since there's only 2 people on it. I guess there's actually a 3rd. Alexa here has a lot of Scrappies on the bench, but not on the board, so that's interesting. I guess I didn't realize that. Maybe that's a little more contest for what we're doing than I would really like. Sniper did not get any kills. I was really hoping to get this Stonehull Pike over on Sniper, because he often gets a lot of kills, especially with his Assassinate ability. Right now it's on Clockwork just because he has the most kills, but... Oh no, Tinker actually has the most kills. Let's just swap that back to Tinker. Perfect. And now I can put the Headdress on Clockwork, who's going to be a bit more of a tanky unit. A bit more health. Almost accidentally clicked on something. I do like Yule Scepter. Yule Scepter... Okay, maybe that's better on Tinker, because he needs mana gain. Alright, we're doing a musical chairs here of items. But Yule Scepter, any mana item is really good on Tinker, because he's often going to be mana limited to cast this Heat-Seeking Missile. So I want him to cast that as often as possible. I don't have any 2 stars yet. I still haven't found a 2-star and I'm still in first place. Like, I don't get it. I also just don't get why we haven't found a 2-star unit yet. But I think the game plan is still just... Is it level up again? Or is it reroll at this level for a little bit? I'm definitely going to lose to this. This opponent has like my same comp, but actually has 2 stars on their units. They've got 2-star Clock, 2-star Tinker, Weaver. Okay, a 1-star Sniper, but still. That seems so much better than what I've got going on. Okay, fair enough. We took 11 because their whole board's 2-starred. And none of our board is. It's alright, though. What was going on with Alexa? Still has some Scrappies on the bench. Kind of wonder if they're actually going to make that transition or stick with the Druids. I think they have to be recognizing that Druid Brutes falls off into the later stages of the game. It's just really unfortunate they're holding those on the bench right now. Well, there's a lot more pairs. Let's ditch these guys. Pick up these. I'm going to reroll this level. There's some upgrades. Some really good upgrades. Another reroll? We got a sniper. Buy that after interest locks in here. So I was picking up some other options here. I'm not thrilled about Bounty Hunter. Would much prefer Weaver and Alchemist. And then run Broodmother as an extra insect. And of course looking for Dragon Knight or something. Since we have the Tinker and we're kind of progressing towards a 3-star Tinker, I think Gyrocopter might be the long-term solution instead of Snapfire, if we have enough spots for that. Probably not going to go with Mages or Sand King. If we want to go Weaver, Broodmother, that allows us to get Warlocks when paired up with Alchemist as another Scrappy. So we get Alchemist, Weaver, and then we don't need this Bounty Hunter. That's the plan, at least. I'm going to level up to 7 here. And put in... I guess there's no good option to put in. Nothing that completes an alliance, rather. Yeah, just put in the Sand King. Just let him do his thing up front. Still sit at 20 gold of interest. Buy the next Sand King. I leveled up there just because I think it's a turn other people are going to want to level up. It's a multiple of 5 round, and I figured it was worthwhile. This is not going well. This is the opponent who has the same Scrappy build, but also has 2 stars, so a little bit better than ours. I'm going to lose by a bit, though. Still sitting in first place, actually, in terms of life total. That was a little surprising after we took a couple big hits. There's a Timber Saw. That's good. Yeah, I'm just going to sell these Sand Kings and these Keepers. Maybe I could have kept Sand King. I'm just going to throw another Sniper, I guess. I kind of like the idea of Slark. I'm just seeing a pair here. I feel like I would regret not picking them up and seeing where it goes. There's the Slark. 2-star. Is that worthwhile? If I want to run Assassins, I sold off the Bounty Hunter. So Assassins don't straight up work with this. It's a big investment. But like without a Mask of Madness, I just don't know if it's worthwhile. It's really unfortunate it's this turn I have to make this pick, because if it was next turn, I'd at least know how I would be able to get a Mask of Madness on round 15. Nah, I don't think it's worthwhile. That Tinker is worthwhile, though. Free reroll, and there's the Weaver. Okay. So I want to put in Weaver and the Broodmother, but I've got to wait at least till I level up to 8, right, in order to keep every other alliance intact. This Snapfire is just never getting upgraded. I don't even have a pair for. Definitely got to replace with the Dragon Knight. How many kills does Sniper have? 3? We didn't even get a kill there? It's unfortunate. Really hoping to get more so they can take a Stonehall Pike. I like that they Pudge Hook in my Tinker, which is really nice so that he gets a better shot of getting the Inventor bonus off. Nice. Got the win. By 2 damage. Plenty. Plenty of damage. Somehow the small Tinker small Sniper has just as many kills. Definitely love me some Vladimir's Offering. I think this is one of the best items in the game right now. It does a kind of similar job to Headdress, in that it just like makes your front line just very, very resilient. I think I'm just gonna level here. I still keep 10 gold of interest, which is why like I'm okay with doing that. So yeah, just level up, because I get a very big power spike here. I get to put in the insects, and of course insects are very, very powerful ability. So I'm always happy to get that in here, and it potentially eliminates our opponent if we can beat them by a good amount. no promises because they've got a 2-star bristleback and some other strong things, but I think it's possible. Looks like we do beat them, but I don't know if we eliminate them. Only 8 damage. Ah, so close. The sniper has 5 kills, and if we can ever get him up to 3-star, he'll get 3 more kills added onto him. Just looking to move that Stonehull Pike over at some point. I guess what I can also do is kind of stack a little bit closer into the corner here, just to get sniper in range of this Vlad's offering, I guess. Because I want to keep the headdress roughly centralized in our position, and the headdress, or the Vlad's offering and the headdress both want to be roughly central, and it's just hard to do that with the trying to keep sniper away. And I guess I don't really need to be in this back corner. Oh, there is an one assassin player. Maybe I do need to be in the back here. Sniper's got 6 kills. Come on, get a couple more, buddy. 7. Oh, no, 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 no. Your whole board's still alive. Why is my whole board from the opponent still alive? Uh-oh. Okay. Taking 7 here. It's unfortunate because we were at 19 gold. We really needed to get that win in order to grab the 2 gold of interest. Should I just be a bit more centralized or a bit more forward like this, perhaps? This way Sniper is within 2 squares of this Vlad's offering, and he probably won't jump, assuming anybody has guys in the front 2 rows here. Use a reroll. There's at least a Snapfire somehow. Haven't had even a pair of that yet. Could try to get Hunters, but I really want to get an Alchemist as our next unit to complete the Scrappy bonus and get the Warlock bonus. And then if we really get into the late game, we can throw in like a Medusa as a 10th unit for a Hunter. But that's a little bit lower priority right now. Right now is all about finding a couple upgrades and finding the Sniper. Or sorry, the Alchemist. A 3-star Sniper wouldn't be too bad either, but that is a 3-star Treant Protector that unless we assassinate with the Sniper, I don't think we're ever going to actually kill. It looks like we might actually get him. We might kill the rest of the team, and that just leaves the Treant left. Looks like we can get it. Nice. One more assassinate. Yes. Sniper gets a couple more kills. Okay, so now he's got a reasonable number of kills that I think I'm comfortable giving him Stonehull Pike. 11 kills plus 30 damage. That's pretty good. Another Weaver. Awesome. And now I guess we're just waiting a couple more rounds to level up. Hopefully find the Alchemist at the same time. And then we level up, put him in, get the 6 Scrappy bonus, which then will apply to our Broodmother, Viper, Snapfire, and Hobgon, in addition to the rest of the Scrappies. And still looking for a Dragon Knight, because this Snapfire is not really doing much for us. It does give us the Inventor bonus, but I'm not overly thrilled about 2 Inventor versus, or 4 versus 2. It's a small increase, and the Dragon Knight would be much more impactful, I think. Nice, good solid win here against one of the other Scrappy player. Really want to get them eliminated before I reroll too terribly much, because then all of their Scrappies get returned to the pool. Looks like Alexa here, who are thinking about, they're also going Scrappies. They're kind of doing like a Legion Commander Druid Brute comp. They had Druid Brutes and were holding Scrappies on the bench for a while. And I was kind of wondering where they were going with that. And it looks like they're kind of sticking with the Druid Brutes and not really getting too many of those Scrappies. Do like Viper, especially if I can get a 3-star Viper. I'm pretty healthy, and like my comp is not the strongest, but it's okay. It shouldn't be losing by too terribly much if it does lose. So I think I'm just going to like hold off on the rerolls and just pump my gold in so I can level as efficiently as possible and have the most amount of gold to reroll at level 9, where I have good chances of finding the Gyrocopter and the Alchemist, which is really what we want. This one's not going to go too well for us. No, our Viper's still up. Our Viper's still up at full HP. Never mind. Viper's a really big carry. We do win somehow. Okay, that clockwork when he died just like blew up their entire board. And Viper being our Vladimir's offering holding is really like just like the most important one to have alive. So the fact that he stayed alive that whole fight was the key there. Viper's just like really resilient with his corrosive skin, and of course Vladimir's offering giving bonus armor is really important. So he was the whole key of winning that fight, which I was a little afraid of, to be fair. The opponent did not have 6 assassins either. They were just sitting on just the 3 bonus there. I really don't like any of these items for what we're doing, so somehow I'm going to pick Healing Ward. Healing Ward is not a good item, but it is an item. So that's about the highest praise I've got for it. You know what? I'm actually going to level here and just throw in a Bloodseeker. Yeah. I want to get the Deadeye bonus. It's not great, and he's just going to be a throwaway unit. But I only barely won that last fight, and I think other people are going to be a little bit stronger. I haven't found upgrades in a while, so I just want to push the issue just a little bit. And I think the Deadeye bonus is really strong, especially to rack up kills on Sniper with the Stonehold Pike, for instance. So I'm okay with it. I think it's definitely worth like the extra unit here. Obviously, the Bloodseeker himself was just a throwaway, but the bonus on Sniper makes him really powerful to get lots of extra kills. Like, look how many kills he just got. We are going to lose here, just barely, but like we would have lost a lot harder without that Sniper upgrade. And how many kills did he rack up? 5 kills that round. That's 15 bonus damage later on. So we do find a Snapfire. I'm not thrilled about it. I do find a 2-star Bloodseeker. Also not thrilled about it. But I'll do it. The other consideration was Medusa, right? If we want to get the Hunter bonus. But like, the question is, do I want the Hunter bonus or do I want the Deadeye bonus? And I think the answer is Deadeye, at least at this exact moment. And Bloodseeker 2-star is a little bit less of a throwaway unit. He's still pretty bad though. Unfortunately, Sniper got Pudge hooked in. It's like the one opponent running Pudge. But nah, we're still doing pretty poorly then. Like, oh, but our Viper's gonna win us the fight. Yeah, he didn't. The Tinker might though. Hold on. Not win it, but not lose that hard. Okay, just take 5. Sure. I'm alright with this. Is there any better way to play around with that? I'm gonna make this swap maybe? So that Tinker gets hooked in if anybody. Is that the only person playing Pudge? Yeah, it is. There's a Dragon Knight. There's another Dragon. Oh, there's an Alchemist as well. Okay, let's put an Alchemist over the Deadeye bonus. That gives us Warlock and 6 Scrappies. And I just want to get a 2-star Dragon Knight. Although the 4 Inventors has been a little bit more reasonable than I gave it credit for. Like, seeing some of the actual death damage, it deals like 500 damage on Timbersaw's death. That's a bonus, you know, bonus 240 damage, right, on Timbersaw's death, a bonus 270 on Clockwork's death. So I guess I'm okay with it. I guess I'm okay to hold on to the Inventor bonus for the moment. Until we find the Dragon Knight upgrade, and then hopefully find like the Gyrocopter to give us Deadeye and Inventor as well, as we level to 10. So definitely do want to get rid of Snapfire now that we're finding some number of the Dragon Knights. Does that mean Medusa's never going to happen? I think it might mean Medusa's never going to happen. The Pudge player has been eliminated. Sweet, so we can put Sniper back in the corner. I think Medusa is just never going to happen then. Hopefully we get Gyrocopter, and then we're going to play Snapfire with the Dragon Knight. So I'm just going to sell Medusa for interest. Same with the Snapfires. And then hope for the best here. There is... Alexa's still running some number of Scrappies. Oh my god, this is so many 3-stars on these assassins. And they just killed... Oh, and there's a 3-star Ember Spirit with a Battle Fury. Oh my... Oh my damage. That is a lot. And yet... We're not dead? What? We're gonna... Like, not lose this by 1,000,000? What? How do we not lose that by 1,000,000? I felt like we should have lost that by a lot. And yet we were only lost by a few. I'm not really sure how or why, but I'll take it. I guess the Inventor bonus is just actually really strong against assassins who just, like, kill themselves when they kill the Timbersaw, the Clockwork, or Snapfire or Tinker. So we really want to get that Gyrocopter. Just gonna, since my life total is still pretty healthy, I can just afford to efficiently level up so I can maintain as much gold as possible when I finally do get to level 10 to actually get have a good chance of finding that Gyrocopter with lots of rerolls. Good sniper ult. He's already up to 24 kills. That is pretty substantial. And I like the healing ward. This healing ward's actually been pretty good to save my backline for some incidental damage. Like, the sniper was, like, really low, and, like, he basically healed back to full. Like, this healing ward did a whole lot in this fight. 2,700 healing. Like, that's pretty substantial. Alright, what do we want here? There's no mages. There's a warlock build. And an assassin build. I guess Diffusal Blade, but I'm not happy about it. It's not great. I think I might just level up now. I could have waited a couple more turns, but, like, with how like close the lobby's getting, like how many people are dying and like the relative strength of everyone left, I could have waited 2 more turns to be a bit more efficient about it. But I kind of just want to force the issue and not... I don't want to like get surprised and like, oh, somebody hit a big power spike and I lose by like 20 damage and then I've got like suddenly no leeway because I'm basically like 2 shots away if I take a big hit. So I just want to be a little bit more cautious in that regard. Like, this is a prime example of an opponent who I could have, in theory, lost by a lot to. Because they've got the Lone Druid, they've got the Io to bring back extra people. The Lone Druid Bear, of course, does really well. So, to do lots of damage, that is. So, like, I was kind of afraid, and I'm still kind of afraid. Because I might lose by a lot if I don't kill off this Enchantress. Okay, we did kill her off, so we take a little bit less, but we still take 11. And this is what I'm saying, is that the damage can come pretty fast here towards the end of the game, so I want to get those higher odds in the Dragon Knight and an Alchemist and Gyrocopter. So I'm just gonna like be re-rolling down. Nothing, unfortunately. There's a Dragon Knight. We're just selling off things that are least likely to get up to 3-star. Dragon Knight should probably have this Diffusal Blade. Yeah, probably, because he's just going to be a bit tankier. Survive a little bit longer than the Snapfire will. So more chances to get that mana burnout. Uh-oh. Yeah, we might lose by a lot here. We're not killing anybody. This is the 6 Warlock opponent. And like I don't have enough damage to deal with 6 Warlocks. We kind of talked about that earlier about how Scrappies don't have enough damage to deal with 6 Warlocks. I took 20, yeah. Luckily, somebody else got eliminated there, the other Scrappy player. But now it's just Assassins and Warlocks and us. There's the gyro at least, so let's do that in over the Snapfire. And now Gyrocopter makes more sense to have the Diffusal Blade, since he'll be hopefully swapping targets due to the Deadeye bonus. And now we just sit here and hope for the best. Still don't have a 2-star of any of my insects. We are up against the Assassins though. Yeah, I don't really know how this is supposed to go then. Fortunately, Dragon Knight was attacking not a mana user. I'm not dead. Not dead yet. Okay, just taking 8. How are we doing on the other board here? Now that we've got the Gyrocopter upgrade. We actually won against them quite convincingly. Okay, so the Deadeye bonus is very strong against Warlocks, so it seems. Because you're able to focus fire them down before they can actually get their healing up. You just kill off the important target. Well, now we've got pairs of everybody who we still don't have upgraded, so I guess we just continue to sit here on what we got and hope we get paired up against the Warlocks we just beat. Looks like we did, and if they didn't make any adjustments, we should beat them quite convincingly, because we beat them by 13 on their boards. But there is some possibility of some luck one way or another. The Diffusal Blades actually was really strong. It completely denied that Disruptor from ever getting his ult off. So that was pretty cool. That Disruptor was just like so close to casting so many times, but like he just never did because of the Diffusal Blade. Looks like the Assassins actually got eliminated by us, but we're going to get eliminated here. Oh no! I don't know how we beat the Assassins on their board. It's just some good luck, but we did get second place. So I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. We saw a lot of good variety there with the 6 Warlocks, which, you know, slightly different targeting. I don't know if they got an upgrade on that last turn. I didn't quite catch that, why we were able to beat them on their board and then lose on ours. And then I'm not sure how we beat the Assassins either. Our Phantom beat up on the Assassins, but I'll take it. I'll take a good second place here with 6 Scrappies, 4 Inventors, the Deadeye, the Dragons, and Insects. Definitely regret the fact that I never got my Insects up to 2-star. I probably could have like ditched them at some point earlier if I had like known that was going to happen. Try to adjust to something different, but I just kept on holding out hope that they'd be good, and they are pretty good against the Assassins, who are mainly reliant on their auto attacks. Not so great against the Warlocks, who have lots of AoE spells and can just clean them up really well. But in any case, good game. I really like this build. I think it's one of the most popular builds in the current meta, and so when it's uncontested, or relatively uncontested, with only one other person going really heavy on Scrappies, then I think that's a really good option that you should definitely put a high priority on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.